It's officially that time. We got some new token, baby. This one is called Jeep, featuring Reid. I'm not familiar with who Reid is, but like I always say, I'm gonna find out today. So we're gonna dive into this. I'm loving these music videos, and I could already tell just by seeing the top little piece of this shit probably gonna be crazy. Every single token video is absolutely insane. Shout out to his video guy. Shout out to his editor. Whoever it is that works on that side of things, geniuses. So let's dive in. Let's see what they was doing with this one. Oh, it's only 2 minutes long. I need something more.
I was in a Jeep with at least 3 Kimberleys trying to get a piece of the high life. They don't love me, but they have a need, so do we. It's a penalty of the high life. I was in a Jeep trying to get a high life.
It's a wild Jeep that he kicking it in, huh?
In a Jeep with at least 3 Kimberleys trying to get a piece of the high life. They don't love me, but they have a need, so do we. It's a penalty of the high life. I was in a Jeep trying to get a high life. I was in a Jeep trying to get a high life. Backpack full, but I gave it to my bro when the girl under my arm is mad cause the car full. I was 17 when they were calling me a shady wannabe. It's funny cause I grew up stealing from Marshalls. Woke up on the couch, no cash in my house, never read, can you see?
Yo, that's mad funny. He said, I grew up with them trying to say that I'm a wannabe, right? Because people have definitely compared him to Eminem. Whenever you a white rapper, even if you don't really rap like M, you're going to get compared to Eminem. It's absolutely inevitable. I don't think Token sounds anything like Eminem personally, but he's white. So people are going to make that comparison regardless. He's kind of tying it in with the fact that when he was younger, he used to steal from Marshalls. And obviously Eminem being Marshall Mathers, it's like, yo, it's just kind of ironic, I guess.
Backpack full, but I gave it to my bro when the girl under my arm is mad cause the car full. I was 17 when they were calling me a shady wannabe. It's funny cause I grew up stealing from Marshalls. Woke up on the couch, no cash in my house, never read, can you see where the cash went? Sure. I was in a Jeep, I had a bottle next to me and it was yelling at me in a French accent. Bonjour. Black on the Jeep, black on the G's, passionately bent.
Bottle next to me and it was yelling at me in a French accent. Bonjour.
Bottle next to me and it was yelling at me in a French accent. Bonjour. Black on the T, black on the G's, passionately bent back. Like a crash on the street, freak accident, token the accident. Freak T used to be a chopper, then he passed it and lead. 20 racks my fee. Obviously too cheap, I get checks with the best. Broke up with a Barbie and now I call her Charlie. They all turned brat with my ex, see my ex in a Jeep, bitch. I was in a Jeep with at least 3
Bro,
Kimberly.
this shit just a bop. Like the whole thing just bangs. You know what's funny is I promise you, the majority of the time that I do these reactions to Token, I don't purposely put on the hoodie or the shirt that says never too different. The hat, sometimes I will, because I don't really rock hats all that much anymore. So those I more so like cognitively, I'm like, let me put that on. I legitimately just rock this shit all the time. Because the way I look at it is like I'm around my apartment with a t-shirt, joggers, whatever I got on, right? And when I go to run out, I usually just throw this hoodie on. To me, it's like my jacket. Like I don't wash it every single time I wear it because I wear it out to go do a few things. I usually come home and I'll take it off, but it's been a little cooler this week. And so I just happened to have left it on when I just came back inside, saw this dropped, and I'm like, you know what, let's do a recording. So it's funny to me that I always happen to have this on, but I promise you it's not on purpose. It's just this shit is so good that I'm always wearing it.
Lead bent back, like a crash on the street, freak accident, token the accident. Freak T used to be a chopper, then he passed it and lead. 20 racks my fee. Obviously too cheap, I get checks with the best. Broke up with a Barbie and now I call her Charlie. They all turned brat with my ex, see my ex in a Jeep, bitch. I was in a Jeep with at least 3 Kimberleys trying to get a piece of the high life. They don't love me, but they have a need, so do we. It's a penalty of the high life. I was in a Jeep trying to get a high life. I was in a Jeep trying to get a high life.
Young tall call said, I need a fee. I told him big big, y'all give me about a week. Sicker than the cold, I'ma stand that beat. And I make a host weak, cause I slump when I speak. The catacomb crew, neighborhood at a raw hook. One look, had him on shook. The brain with the blade in the book. The chef and the cook, raise up, but your soul get took. Holding up in that Jeep, slumping mad when we creep. Deep in your set, covering the freaks in they Jeep. Showing them all what they need, the lyrical vet. Terror and token, your soul gon' get broken. We throwing their ass in a bin. Heavyweight horror, I got something for her and all of her friends. Never gon' see me again.
I was in a Jeep with at least 3 Kimberleys.
So when it looked like Token was rapping it,
He's trying to get a piece of the high life.
I couldn't tell if they like threw the other dude's lips over it because it looked like it blended in really well. I think it just looked that way. It's just the way that they had the camera. It just seemed like something was happening here. Either way, this shit is dope though. It's a dope little like bot. Like it rocks. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing crazy. Not one of his crazier tracks, but it's like it's dope in itself. Like it just got a good feel and sound to it.
We throwing their ass in a bin. Heavyweight horror, I got something for her and all of her friends. Never gon' see me again.
I was was in a Jeep with
Terra
a
dope too.
release, trying to get a piece of the high life. They don't love me, but they have a need for the weed. It's a penalty of the high life. I was in a Jeep, trying to get a high life, I was in a Jeep, trying to get a high life.
Number 4, we gotta change the label name. That's a stupid name. Never too different. I'm gonna tell you something. You can't be. You're too different, nigga.
Hey.
Too different.
I like this shit though. This was dope. This was a dope little jam. Another fun fact about this hoodie is I can't remember when it was. I don't know if Token ended up seeing it because it was somebody who I assume had seen him at a show, and I was going into my local Dunkin' Donuts, which I rarely ever go to anymore. And as I'm going in, this lady's like staring at me. And I didn't really think much of it. I'm like, whatever. Like, I honestly just don't care when I'm in public. It is what it is, right? As long as nobody bothers me, like y'all can look at me, you can do whatever you want to do. So I'm not really thinking much of it. It's early, just roll out of bed. And then she like keeps staring at me as I'm over by like the mobile area waiting for my thing to get brought over. And then she comes over and approaches me. And so I'm like, oh boy, like, here we go. Cause I'm thinking some wild shit. I'm like, I don't know what this is going to be. And she's just like, is that Token? And I'm like, oh, the hoodie. Yeah. I was like, yeah, it's Token. And she's like, oh, I just saw him last week or the week before or something. So he must have had a show, I'm assuming. And she went and saw it, or I don't know what the case was. But then she's just like, do you mind if I take a picture? Like, I won't do your face. I'll take a picture of just the hoodie. And she wanted to take a picture and send it to him to be like, look, even where I live, because it's not a huge area here. It's not tiny, but it's not big. It's not like a big city. You know what I'm saying? Like a New York City, a Boston, Los Angeles. It's not anything close to anything like that. It's just a small little place off to the side of New York City itself, probably a couple, 3-4 hours away. And she's like, I just want to show him that even where I live, somebody has your merch. And so I was like, cool. I'm like, yo, put Duane TV when you send it to him or whatever. I was like, I assume he remembers, like, cause he still DMs me every once in a while, lets me know if something's dropping. I was like, it's been a couple years, but he sent me the merch, the hat, the hoodie, all that kind of stuff. And I love it. So I rock it all the time. And yeah, she was a super nice woman. Yeah, so shout out to her. Shout out to Token. Random little story for me to tell you guys about. This was dope, though. First time hearing Reid. I liked him. I would be interested to hear more from him, just to hear, like, is that, like, you know what I'm saying? Because when you hear the first thing from somebody, it might not even be, like, their normal sound or, like, what you get from the majority of their catalog, and you don't know until you dive into more. So on my own time, I might check him out a little bit more. We'll definitely be diving into more Token as it drops. When the album comes out, we'll do a live stream and check out all of that so you guys can stop in. For anyone that doesn't know, twitch.tv/DuaneTV. I was going live here on YouTube as well on Fridays for music reactions, but it's not doing good for the channel. The music reaction live streams, because they kind of popped up out of nowhere, people weren't really anticipating them. Not as many people come to live streams on YouTube as they do on Twitch, potentially, just because Twitch is just a live stream platform. Like, you're there to watch a live stream, right? YouTube, a lot of people are there mostly for the uploaded content that they could just watch when they get a chance. And so, being that I don't have that big of a following, those live streams doing really poor click-through rate, watch time, just overall everything over the few hours that I would be live, even though it would get a decent amount of people here and there over time. I think it had like 150 unique views over the entirety of the stream, but overall, that's like such a small number versus the amount of people that probably had seen the stream and that YouTube tried to push it to. And so that then looks bad on my channel. And the algorithm's like, all right, nobody's really interested in this. And so ever since I started doing those live streams every Friday and adding them to YouTube as well, my views have significantly gone down. And when I look at the analytics, it's because they're not showing my videos to as many people. The watch time is amazing. The click-through rate is crazy right now because it's only sending them to you guys that watch the majority of my videos. And so obviously click-through rate looks great. The watch time is huge, crazy right now, but the views aren't big because it stops. It sends it to a bunch of you and then just stops. And it's not pushing it to all the newer people like it used to. And the only thing I can see is that I started doing live streams. So unfortunately, they're not going to happen here on YouTube anymore. Sorry, it was a long-winded explanation, but I just wanted to pick a video to explain that to you guys. So stop into the Twitch side of things. We'll definitely be checking out his album when it drops. I will try to get it uploaded to YouTube after the fact, but I can't guarantee anything. It'll just depend on if copyright allows me to do it. So I appreciate you guys. Take it easy. Stay safe. I will catch you in the next one, homies.